Okay, well, great. 1, 2, and 3. Click this. Nope. We going?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
This podcast is a lifelong journey through nearly normal experiences
Of autism, anxiety, ADHD, depression,
and a plethora of other issues.
stories you won't hear from therapists, family, or friends. This podcast is an exploration into the lives of
Two neurodivergent friends living a nearly normal life.
This is awesome.
And I'm going to do this time because it's really hard to...
Is it working?
Should be.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, what's this? Is that one the one you were laughing?
Where am I?
Oh no, you're in the shower naked.
Why? I got pictures.
I don't know. That's bad.
It's bad.
That's really
I don't think it's bad. I can do whatever that guy wants.
Yes, it's your house.
Home.
Okay.
Nearly normal.
Nearly normal.
Hi, welcome to the Nearly Normal Podcast. Two neurodivergent friends.
Neurodivergent, that's right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Absolutely.
This is Matthew Dean.
Yep, this is me, and we're here for another episode.
And I'm Max Chamberlain.
Max Chamberlain.
And let's get in with it.
This is awesome. Well, this is... Yeah, we're just two
Two neurodivergent friends.
Friends just trying to get through it.
I've got ADHD. I've dealt with depression. I currently deal with some anxiety.
Oh yeah, it's not easy, and that's why it's fun to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe even with people that are neurotypical, still
The
find
normal.
Yeah, the norms. They still, I think, find joy in learning about others.
Yeah, I think they enjoy hearing and learning about others.
Yes.
I think it's more difficult for them to accept or be around the neurodivergent sometimes, even though they are interested
Yes.
in hearing about the stories. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's definitely curiosity, but I definitely have been there where it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily that. Yeah, they had enough.
Yeah, it gets old quick for some people.
Yeah. There's a time where it needs to wind down. So we love those people.
Yeah.
So let's see here, buddy. So what have we
So
got?
that would be the intro.
Okay.
And then, so what's the word of the week, Matthew? What's been on your mind? What word are you enjoying at the moment?
So I think the word of the week is going to be curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon is fantastic.
Yeah, big old curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Now, why I bring up the word curmudgeon is I work with a curmudgeon at the golf course. Yeah.
Okay.
Real nasty curmudgeon. And then the other thing the reason I think we ought to do that as the word of the week or the word of the show is because I look at this curmudgeon, and he's just not a fun guy. You know, he's kind of an old bag. He's nasty, negative, and so it's not being a young gun, such as myself and us. We don't want to be a curmudgeon as we get older.
I definitely don't.
Yeah, and so I think if we're aware of the word curmudgeon at such a young age, we could maybe avoid it at all possible. Curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon.
Yeah, and it's just kind of it's kind of an older person that's just kind of ornery.
Ornery?
Yeah, very ornery and very just pessimistic.
Pessimistic?
Yeah.
In how they speak or just how they act?
Just, I would say the way they just conduct themselves when they for the example, for this particular example, this guy's a marshal, and people have just said, "Hey, is that
a curmudgeon marshal on a golf course? Sounds miserable."
Yeah. So I've heard swear words before. When I'm doing the carts, they'll come in and they'll say, "Hey, who's that a-hole that was doing the marshal today? That guy's an ah.
Oh.
Guy's an ah." And the reason I say ah is because I'm not swearing if I say ah.
Yeah, so we can keep the podcast.
Yeah, because we don't want to go down
family
that road.
Show. We want kids to listen.
Oh, absolutely. Because
we were kids when we met.
That's very true. We were, very young.
Yeah. Picture
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know you. He didn't know. So that was great. Now, with the curmudgeon is, and I think I've heard that it's ever since he lost his wife. So I'm not saying that there can't be events that take place in life that can maybe make you be sad or heartbroken, but just don't be a curmudgeon. I mean, the guy's a walking a-hole.
Yeah.
You don't want to be an a-hole on two legs.
The anal sphincter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's very interesting because I have a curmudgeon that has been in my neighborhood. He was the one that got the speed limit signs that have the digital flashing that say, "Hey, slow down."
I like those ones.
He would put out signs out front of his house. He would scream and yell. I went 27 miles per hour.
No, that'll be blinking at you. Yeah. I like to go hair under because then I get a smiley out of those things. It'll actually gives you a nice little smiley. Mm-hmm. So those usually are good.
So my curmudgeon experienced a similar fate where his wife passed. Mm-hmm. He went the opposite way.
Whoa.
He was a curmudgeon before while his wife was around.
Wow.
When his wife passed, he doesn't bother anybody. He's not out there screaming at anybody. He's become...
Whoa.
So what I'm saying is grief is a really interesting
It really
thing.
is.
And we can get into this
I think
in another podcast. But for sure...
We do need to tee up grief because there's been a lot of ways that I have been told how I should handle grief. And I've also seen grief handled in a way that I wouldn't do it. And I have gone down the slippery slope of judging people for how they have grieved. And that's not good.
Did you get that, folks?
So yeah, I definitely think that we should talk about grief because to your point, to my point, it was like an angelic guy that lost his wife that kind of went down in a depressive state of mind. Mm-hmm. Okay. Your story sounds like this guy got rid of his nasty wife and
no. He didn't understand the depth of life, and so once his wife passed away, he lost something.
So they were in love.
Oh,
it was a good.
I'm sure that they were very much in love.
And there's that story which is neat, and then there might be just the people that maybe the marriage is unhealthy, and once.
Could be.
So yeah, grief. We'll have to talk about that next time.
Yeah, that would be a great one.
So the guy. So you're saying though he's a reversed curmudgeon.
A reversed curmudgeon, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
An undone curmudge. A curmudgeon done.
Okay. Undone. Curmudgeon undone.
Curmudgeon undone.
Wow. That's kind of neat.
Curmudgeon undone.
That's neat, and so that can happen. But yeah, let's do curmudgeon, and let's not be one when we get older.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee anything.
Yeah, grief's a brutal thing sometimes.
But you just never know.
It fires up. But it could not just be grief. It could just be you deal with anxiety. That could load you down a curmudgeon-y path.
Yeah, we don't want a curmudgeon-y path. So Max, I was thinking about this. So you're older than me. We grew up together.
Yeah.
About what age, or when did you kind of see a little not neurodivergent in me?
Whew. That's a good question.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a word. Neurodivergency.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? So did you see some characteristics? Did you see, because we were kids, right? So where does the argument come? We were kids versus I think he's a little bit more neurodivergent than your typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the answer would come with a little bit of history about me.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it would show in the past that I also being neurodivergent as it is described nowadays.
Okay.
Whereas back then, I was just your typical ADHD hyperactive kid.
Yeah.
Getting into trouble.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
So from my perspective, I was pulled out of my elementary school.
Yeah.
Because I was just getting into too much trouble. Okay. Went to a private school.
Yeah.
And then they tried to wrangle me in, and I think that was great for me. But I remember. It was really great. Reed School.
Yeah. That's still there.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent.
Nice program there.
We call our show a program because you say program.
Best program I've ever been in.
Okay.
So for me to try to narrow down when I noticed that you were also neurodivergent, you're nearly normal. Mm-hmm. I was doing the same thing. I didn't see that there was anything wrong.
Yeah, I was maybe almost more like your cup of tea.
Yeah, it was easier for me to get along with you than it was for me to get along with anybody else.
That's a good point. That's a profound... I can see that. Yeah. I can see how you found somebody that likes similar things, or was similar, had a lot of energy. So it was like, well, this guy's we were peas in a pod, as they say.
Compatible.
Very
very compatible.
Yep, very compatible. Yeah, I started to kind of notice about 5th or 6th grade when some of the attributes stood out against my fellow peers. So, that would be like rocking in class.
All right, who can tell me?
Okay.
I always rocked to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But that's something that you could just do, at home. Unbeknownst. Oh, that's a good one.
Unbeknownst
to my peers, colleagues, friends, comrades, not parents.
Yeah.
Not parents, but those others.
Well, some parents might be unaware still. Or just think of something else.
Yeah. So that's when I started to have those different attributes. That's when I noticed something was different, but at the same time, you're a child, and so sometimes child behavior just kind of gets blended into, at least in my situation, because I at that time was not diagnosed with anything. Sure. It was just like, Matt's just a kid with maybe a little bit more energy than others.
Asks a lot of questions. I heard that a lot.
Yeah. Matt asked a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm. But that was the only thing to me.
Yeah.
That was different.
Yeah, it was nothing really offensive. It was just Matt Why does Matt ask so many questions?
Yep.
And it was to what we talked about in the first. It was the different questions.
Yeah, you went too far with being intrusive to what the people were. It wasn't going too far into their life.
Yeah,
it was just too many questions that they were just
kind of meaningless.
Yeah. It nobody else asks.
Yeah.
Well, what did you have for dinner?
So yeah.
What was before that?
Yeah. What was?
How about the rest of the week? Tell me all of it. But you were genuinely interested.
Now, what's cool about that, just off topic, is usually when I would retrieve that information, I kind of store it. I would store that information as ways to sometimes come up with ideas or ways to give a gift or a present or a surprise. So if somebody's like, man, all right, this last week.
Like physically just recently this last week? Or you?
No, this is a hypothetical. Okay. This is like a story of back in the day.
Yeah.
Talking young.
Yeah. Okay.
Young elementary. So, hey Michael, what did you have for dinner last night? Oh, I had pizza. Nice. Okay. What did you have breakfast that morning? Mm-hmm. I had Reese's Puffs. Okay. Or something like that.
Yeah.
And then if we talk longer and I find out that 3 of the nights they like pizza, I might database that and
3 nights out of the week.
Okay, I don't know.
Keep going. I love it.
Let's maybe even say that I got to they had a Mountain Dew 3 days out of the week. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe that's a little bit more normal. Then I would remember, hey dude, if I'm gonna go golfing with this guy and I'm gonna be at Maverick, and I know he likes Mountain Dew, and he's just been, and I want to do something nice, I'll just pick up a Mountain Dew Code Red or whatever, because I know in particular that he likes it. So I've seen it come full circle before.
Okay.
And people are like, well, that's cool. But I've had
the receivers, or
like when they're like, hey, how did you know that I liked grape soda?
Yeah, like a very specific brand, and you're just like, well, when we first met 23 years ago, I asked you, and I went back to the company. It's defunct. I found the grandkid, and he still had the recipe, and I had to make it for you. Yeah,
see how special? So there's a little bit of that going on, which was interesting in my case.
Yeah.
Because, some people just think the whole thing's just a waste. But it was interesting. So I started to kind of notice things elementary school. And then it going back to what you said is I kind of gravitated towards the people that were maybe more, very more active in ADHD, because I have that. That and cars and just somebody I could talk to for a long time.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the group that I fell in. I wasn't very, necessarily a mean individual, so I don't think people just blatantly would hate me. But they also might, they wouldn't be maybe my best friends, if I wasn't with the right people. And that's kind of how I got through junior high and high school. Just really gravitated to the people that were very similar, you, others, that we were kind of doing our own thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously each people had their own flavor.
Sure.
You were cars and kind of dating. Yeah, more than me.
No, don't be affected by my facial. I know you're reading me, but like.
Then you had Zach and the street racing.
I did not do a lot of dating in high school.
Definitely more than me. So you were always the one that if I wasn't with you, I was like, he's probably out getting girls. Then you had the street racers, and then you had the sports guys, then you had the video gamers, and then you had the subwoofer crew. And they would go get along well with the street racers.
Yeah. Yeah, so you could pull some of those
and they would be in then you had kind of the guys in wood shop and wood shop, and what's the other class with Sean? Graphics.
Graphics, yeah.
Yeah, where they just kind of went through school. And so that's, that was kind of when I started to kind of know that, I was a little unique.
Yeah. I would say when I started noticing that you were being treated poorly.
Yes.
For the same things that I didn't see was an issue, you would come to me and be like, hey, why are my friends doing this to me?
Yes, I would.
That's probably when I started noticing that maybe there is something off with Matthew. Because at that point, junior high school, we'd been friends for 10 years.
Yeah, it had already been a decade. But yeah, it had been a while.
But it had been
yeah, and I remember I would come approach you with some questions because you were older. You had already been through school, or that grade by that time.
Yeah. It helped that we lived nearby.
That was nice.
Because then, despite what was happening at school for you, we could still hang out, and I wasn't affected. Also being older, I wasn't affected by your group of friends.
No.
In understanding, like, oh, Matthew's doing this, and we hate it. And
you were kind of like a mentor back then.
Nice, thanks.
So that worked out well, and that we lived close because I could just literally walk to your house.
Many times have you done that?
And sometimes I would just come in,
and then we'd spend a lot of time at Fred Meyer.
Yes, I love Fred Meyer.
Yeah,
we a lot of time there. I played the claw machine a lot.
Yeah, and it was the interesting thing about Fred Meyer was we lived across 33rd, which is a busy. It's a 6-lane.
Yeah, monster.
Yeah, off of the freeway.
33rd south, 33rd east.
It's three lanes, 6 lanes wide of traffic, and
it's horrible.
At 6, 7
juggling
years old, me and you are running across the street.
Yeah.
Or would you always go down to the crosswalk? See, I had an opening behind our fence that we would jaywalk.
So good question. If I wasn't with you, I would go down to the crosswalk. And I'm not saying that in any particular reason. I'd walk to the end of the street and then push the button. With you, it seemed like we went out your backyard. You had a little secret door, and we would just jet across 33rd.
Gotcha.
But the nice thing about living where we did on 33rd is UTA would pick up there. So that was really nice
from your backyard.
Yeah,
that was right around.
So that was nice that public transit was so close.
Yeah, because that's we utilized. For kids our age, I don't think there were many others hopping on a UTA public transit and maneuvering through the city the way that we did. Go UTA! At that age.
Maneuvered. We would get to Bonneville. We would get to, I swear, even Old Mill. We would get to the U of U golf course. We'd get to Lagoon. All from that 33rd South, 31st. You know where the base was, actually? It was at the bottom of It was at the bottom of Fred Meyer's.
Yeah, so
in between Fred Meyer's and REI.
Transition.
Because they had several buses there.
Yeah, you could catch I think the 201.
Nice.
It would come over and hub there.
Okay.
And because the 201 would come all the way up and around and go down 21st.
Oh, nice.
And you could get down and do that. But it would drive all the way up off the freeway over to 33rd and park there.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Which was kind of a ways from 21st, but it made it so that a lot more places were accessible.
Where I think we had that option there, and then we also had the 33. The 33 would just go right down to tracks if we needed to get down to tracks.
Well, tracks came much later.
Tracks
was quite a bit later.
Okay,
but yeah,
if we needed to cruise down, we could go east and west, and we could go north and south.
Go UTA, your way today. Go.
Yep.
Well, It was fun.
Yeah, that was a good...
That was, when it was the old Fred Meyer's. Now it's a Smith's Marketplace,
Smith's
but there's a
Marketplace.
Fred Meyer's jewelry still in there.
Yep.
So that's interesting that Fred kept that.
Fred held on. He's holding on.
Yeah, I wonder why Fred. I mean, I get it. He lets go of the big box store, but he kept the jewelry.
Well, the property's probably his.
Yeah, and he just gave it to Smith's.
And sublets it out to Smith's.
I remember when Smith's took over, I was kind of mad because I liked Fred Meyer's, so I called it Smith's. Smith's. I don't know why. I was like, got to go over to the new Smith's. But
that's pretty harsh, Matthew. That's rude.
And it's been rearranged, and I just don't like the floor plan now. But that's okay. So you were 2 grades ahead of me, I believe, right? Or 3?
Yeah,
yeah. You were 2 grades ahead of me, so you were a good mentor.
Because you went to school with Elise, my younger sister. Going back to when I noticed that you were being treated poorly, I'm going to say you were mistreated 100%, and I didn't understand why. And so when you would come and ask me, I think one of the ones that really pops into my head, in high school, you would spend so much time with the cars and this group of pod racers or whatever. Street racing.
Yeah.
I
was very hardcore.
You were way into it. You were way into it.
Oh yeah. Like I'm surprised I didn't do a couple overnighters from running
all night running.
Yeah, running and gunning.
Yeah. Because I was pretty envious, but because I didn't have a car that I couldn't drive very fast. I just didn't have the money to do it.
But you enjoyed it. You didn't.
I would have if I didn't get laughed out of there.
Yeah, that's true. That's when.
But in that time at high school, you came to me and you were just like, Max, my friends threw trash all over my car. Just vandalized your car.
Yeah.
With garbage.
Tough stuff.
And I couldn't understand why. And I think maybe a pattern of that happening, because you would cycle through friends, and these friends that were good friends that would that lasted a long time with you started mistreating you, and then I was just kind of like the even keel friend that you could come back to.
Sure.
But it would get volatile with these groups of friends, and so they would cycle, and you would just cycle through your group of friends that you're still in contact with.
Yeah,
with some of them, with a lot of them. But I think seeing that cycle, I was just like, I wonder what's going on there.
Yeah. Okay, so that's when there's maybe a little flag.
Yeah.
I don't want to say red flag, but a flag.
A flag for sure. And the point that Charlene.
Oh yeah, Charlene
keeps bringing up to mentor others that are in a difficult situation or trying to figure out and understand was I had spent probably 3 nights till 2-3 o'clock in the morning with you, working out some wiring, hooking up a subwoofer in one of your cars. A horn, yeah.
Turbo.
Yeah, what was the horn? The
Hella horn.
Yeah,
Hella horn. Yeah, we've done some sub, spray painting, an STI, everything.
And it was one of those nights where I was just like, I can't keep doing this. Matthew is pulling me away from everything.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't know if I don't remember coming to her and saying I can't be friends with Matthew anymore.
Okay.
Maybe I did say that, but it wasn't internally what I truly thought because we've gone through a lot.
Oh, sure.
But anyway, I said, I don't think I can be friends with Matthew anymore.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things. I was just worn out by you, and that's when she finally told me. And this was 5 years?
Yeah.
4 or 5 years after.
That was after, yeah.
Yeah, after you'd been diagnosed. I had no idea this whole time. There it is right there. I've seen it before.
Holy shnikes.
And then she said, well, he's high functioning autistic.
That's nice.
And that
was true.
to me just made sense. I was just like, oh, okay, he's got that.
Yeah.
And then okay, I just needed to set better boundaries.
Yeah, and I think it went well because you did.
Yeah.
It went really well.
And now we're 20 plus years after that.
Yeah.
And sitting across
from each other and smiling and talking about it and reminiscing, and that we have so much to talk about. We've got to talk about sleepover days.
Sleepovers. Oh, remember we would. Oh, what's that song? You just sent me another remix of it.
Oh, Wicked Game?
Is it Wicked Game?
Yeah.
By, Wicked Game. I think
Chris Isaac.
I think you have listened to every rendition.
Yeah. Did you like that one? That new?
Yeah, it was a good one. I like it, the acoustic.
Okay.
But we would play songs and we would listen and we would like try to put our own spin on it. Yeah, and we would do that for hours.
I remember, and we loved doing, Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, that was...
we did is we loved that with the bass and the windows down. Mm-hmm. And we wanted people, like, we'd pull up and it'd be like, and then people are like, is that the Brokeback Mountain theme?
In both our cars.
This is what you and I were strategizing to what we wanted to accomplish. Mm-hmm. We wanted the people to be like just kind of sitting there in the summer, and then they hear that music because it's a very. If you've heard the song and you've seen
it,
you know it. And so we wanted people to look at that, and then we'd get the remix with like the bass and the sub, so it's like. So that we did a lot of those.
Yeah.
So,
and so what's going on? How's life now? What, you sound horrible.
Well, thanks for being so candid. I was trying to hide it. Do I sound nasally?
I would say it's something, but it's not so nasally. It's more the back of your throat. Trying to get there. Yeah.
Okay. So that's not intentional. I'm at the end of a little rhinovirus.
Oh.
The old rhinovirus. The old rhinovirus has been going around.
Yeah, so the northern white rhino?
Mm-hmm. That's the one you don't want. Now,
they are functionally extinct. There's only 2 females left.
Really?
Yeah.
So are they on the endangered list?
Beyond the endangered list.
Okay.
They are functionally extinct. Once those 2 die, that's
sad.
Yeah, I mean, don't that's want the rhinovirus for you.
So, we don't want. That's sad. We don't want to kill them off. So this stupid cold, I came in Saturday, and you can kind of, I don't know if you can feel the same thing, but the cold kind of comes in. You can feel, or I can feel it coming in the day before.
Yeah, I get about 2 days before I start.
You can, something. Mm-hmm. So Saturday I kind of felt like it, but then it just kind of settled in. Sunday wiped me out, and then a little better yesterday. And it just every day gets a little better. Mm-hmm. So I apologize to you and everyone listening about the nasal or the voice.
Doubt that'll be picked up.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
So when I start feeling that rhinoceros coming,
yeah.
I
what do you do? Like
2 things that I do.
Okay.
I cut sugar out immediately.
Whoa.
Sugar feeds. Yeah. The sugar, for some reason, for me, it feeds, And it's probably a real thing, and somebody is going to comment and say, hey, that's real.
Okay.
Sugar feeds
Oh, yeah.
those kind of conditions and makes it worse.
Okay.
So I immediately cut
sugars are gone.
Sugar, gone.
Gone.
Carbs, simple carbs, gone. So I go straight to best practices when I do feel it going on and I have the mental capacity to fast. I won't eat for a day. Eat or drink for a day.
When you're sick.
When I start feeling it come on, that gets my body like jump started. It's like, okay, I need to fight this. I don't drink sugar.
Are you bothered that you have it? I get really bothered. Like, I know that's a weird question, but like, because it's not a quick, like, you know how it's just not a quick fix.
Yeah.
With any situation, not with medication, So I get annoyed because I try to wash my hands as often as possible, so on and so forth. But it's definitely stuck in here. You know, for a good 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. But I'll tell you why I don't get frustrated or bothered with it initially.
Okay.
Because I do eventually.
Yeah, okay.
But initially.
Yeah, how do you feel?
It's a game to me.
Like, oh, how quick can I get
through this? And so that's why I experiment with what I'm eating. And I challenge my body to like, okay, you've really got to work through this. And that's why I stopped drinking. So I'm like paying attention to what makes me feel worse, what makes me feel better.
That's good.
And so far, not having sugar, simple carbs, and eating like not a high protein diet, actually, a lower protein, more greens and stuff.
Yeah.
Doing that and then fasting before it really hits. Yeah. Because once it really hits, then it depends on how I feel. Like maybe I'm not going to eat or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I eat a whole bunch. But I try to do it before, and that has made it so that it will almost pass. And so I'm not frustrated because I'm trying to figure out what is going to make this a better or worse situation.
And you've had success with that.
Yeah, huge success.
Oh, well,
it's
that's
when
great.
It lasts past that 4 or 5 days when it just kind of lingers. That's when I get pissed.
That's when I'm
bothered.
That's what's going on here. We've got a little linger longer going on. I hate it. Oh. Yeah, the old linger longer.
Lingers and
okay, I like that. So good diet, fasting, and maybe resting is the recipe to getting rid of the cold as quick as possible.
Yeah.
What about for you? Do you have anything exciting going on or that you would like to share?
I got my taxes done.
Okay, that's good.
And they asked me...
We can't avoid that, by the way. Can't avoid death or taxes.
Not yet.
Can't avoid the old death or taxes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got taxes done.
So I got my taxes done, and my tax advisor, he asked me a serious question.
Okay.
Was there anything that happened last year that may affect your taxes? It's a good question.
Yeah.
They need to know that.
Yeah. I mean, and he's asking whether you just in any reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And where did you go with that?
I told him I had a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a credit.
Which is crazy because I had him.
Okay.
My wife had him, Liam.
Yeah. Liam.
January 8th.
Wow. Right
at the beginning, and that's typically something that I would forget. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Well, you don't forget your kids.
No. Don't want to do that.
The bigger thing that affected my taxes was that I lost my job.
Oh. In a good way or a bad way? In a good way for a return?
No, it affects my taxes because I take unemployment and all that stuff.
Oh,
that had not crossed my mind to tell him.
Yes.
Whereas,
Yeah.
oh, I had a kid.
Yeah.
That's all that happened last year.
Yeah.
Not that I lost my job.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because that
Did you ever tell him that, or does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because he got the unemployment.
Oh, he got all the
the 1099.
the paperwork.
And so he saw that, and he's just like, "Oh, looks like you had some unemployment. Did you lose a job?" I was like, "I did." And he's like, "Oh, well, that would have been something to bring up." But see, it didn't
even occur. That's why you hire that guy.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting
that is. It's a very and they're good at what they do.
Yeah,
they try to ask you questions that you don't always ask. When you're single, like I am, you get whapped in the old taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
have you done yours yet?
No.
It helps to have a house too.
Yeah.
To pay a mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if it helps. And paying a mortgage sucks.
Oh,
but
it does help for tax purposes.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, the interest rate helps. Yeah. So, well, that's good to get those done.
So that's been a big thing.
Nice.
Yeah, the tire machine, doing tires.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. You can do your own tires. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's turning springtime, so you've got to get rid of the winter tires and put on You put on all seasons?
I do all seasons.
Okay.
Particularly here in Utah, you can get some pretty torrential storms, though very few and far in between. But you can also get that errant. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Errant.
Yeah. Errant. That's a good word.
Yeah, it
errant.
is great.
Yeah,
it's just like out of the blue.
Yeah, out of the blue.
It's an errant snowstorm. We could get a snowstorm in April. It's happened many times.
Oh, yeah.
And so an all season just makes sense for me.
I like that. Mm-hmm. I do the all season too.
And then I get to go further into November, December on all season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like the decision with all season. I like all season. Yeah. That's what I've got on my vehicle. Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, that's awesome. Well, yeah, I think so. Next time, we'll get into some of these specific activities that we'll talk about.